Good morning, students. I hope all are safe, so stay home. Let us see the lesson 14th, water. You know very well of water. What is the use of water? Water is essential for life. It is need for several life processing in living organism. Why we call the earth is called the blue planet? 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered with water and only the remaining 1/4 is land. So that's why the Earth is called the blue planet. The Earth has a plenty of water, only a small amount can be used by human being because about 97.5% of all water is in the ocean. The ocean water is salty. It cannot be used for irrigation, drinking, and our daily requirements. Of the remaining, nearly 1.5% water remains frozen as ice in the polar region. Only about 1% of water found on the earth can be used by land animals, plants, and human beings. Fresh water on earth. Rain is the main source of fresh water on the earth. Rivers, lakes, ponds, wells, and natural reservoirs under the ground has fresh water. Next, we will see the uses of water. Water is essential for life. It is need for several life processing like digestion of food, absorption of nutrition from the digested food, germination of seeds, and photosynthesis in plants are some process which need water. Water is also useful to us in many other way. Next, we will see about in homes. Water is used in various purposes in our day-to-day life. We use it for cooking, drinking, watering plants, bathing, washing clothes, and flushing toilets. Water that can be safely used for human consumption, it is called the potable water. For drinking water, we mainly depend on rivers, dams, lakes, wells, and groundwater resources. Dams are built on rivers to prevent water from flowing away into the sea. The given picture is describe how clean water reaches us. First stage, the water we use is mostly from rivers, lakes, or wells. Second stage, that water go to the second stage, water is collected in a large reservoir. Then go to the third stage, water is filtered. Third is removed from the water. And fourth stage, water is stored in tanks and chlorine is added. Then go to the fifth stage. Water is tested to check if it is free from dirt and germs. Then go to the sixth stage. That is a pure water is taken to tanks. Tanks to reach homes and office. Next, how will be used for agriculture in water? Farmers must adopt a water saving method to irrigate fields, and cleaning water must be used because food crops grown using polluted water can contain harmful chemicals or organisms. In industries, most industries use water. Water is used in manufacturing of plastics, paints, leathers, fertilizers, cement, chemicals, fabrics, and in processing food products. Industries must not release untreated wastewater into a water body or on the land. This is a punishable act. Next, to produce electricity. How to produce electricity in water? The force of flowing water is used to operate turbines that generate electricity in hydroelectric power stations. Our country has many hydroelectric power stations installed on the dams. Next, we will see about the states of water. In nature, water exists in all three states. You know that is three states. What are they? That is a solid, liquid, gas. Solid example, icebergs. Liquid example, we are drinking water. And gas is a water vapor. That is an example of the gas state. Okay. Next, evaporation of water. The process by which water changes into water vapor naturally is known as evaporation. Water evaporates faster on a hot sunny days and when it is windy. Next, condensation of water. Changing of water vapors into water on cooling is called condensation. See the picture, the dewdrops of leaves, that is a condensation of water. Next, we will see about the water cycle. Water from oceans, rivers, ponds and lakes evaporates all the time. Water evaporates even in winter when the temperatures are low. In summer, huge quantity of water evaporates from the ocean. Plants also lose water in the form of water vapor through the process of transpiration. The water vapor that is formed mixed with the air, the warm summer air being lighter, carry the water vapor upwards. The higher the air goes, the cooler it becomes. After reaching a certain height, the air becomes very cold. The water vapor in the air condenses into extremely small water droplets. These droplets together form clouds. As the clouds rise higher, more vapor condensation and collect on the tiny water droplets. The water droplets grow bigger, become heavy and ultimately fall down as rain. If the temperature closest to the land is 0 degree freezing point or less, the droplets in the clouds turn into the ice crystal. This gives rise to snowfall. Rain and snowfalls are form of precipitation. The water in ocean, rivers, lakes and ponds evaporate all the times. It is a continuous process. Continuous evaporation, condensation and precipitation of water on the earth in a cycle manner is called the water cycle. Source of fresh water, rain. Most part of our country receive rains in the rainy season. It does not rain evenly all over the world. In tropical rainforest, it rains every day, while desert receive very little or no rainfall. Coastal region have good amount of rain. Rain is one of the main source of fresh water. Valleys, ponds, lakes and rivers receive fresh supply of water during the rainy season. Next, groundwater. Groundwater is one of the most valuable source of fresh water on the earth. It supplies water to wells and lakes. It is a source of clean drinking water. As the rainwater seeps into the soil, it wets the soil. The excess amount of water seeps deeper into the ground and fills the space in the rocks. This is known as groundwater. The level of water under the ground is known as water table. In some places, the water table is close to the surface. In such place, the groundwater can be obtained by digging a well just a few meters deep. At some places, the groundwater level is very deep. Next, we will see about the drought. We depend on rainwater for most of our needs. In our country, rains are seasonal. In most parts, it rains after the hot summer season. Agriculture is dependent on the rains. As a result, any changes in average rainfall in a region affects farming and supply of drinking water. If a region does not get adequate rainfall for successive years, it causes drought in the region. The wells, ponds, lakes, and rivers in the region dry up. In drought condition, there is aquatic shortage of water and lands dries up. Next, we will see about the floods. When a region has heavy rainfall continuously for many days, it leads to accumulation of excess water in lakes and rivers. The water then overflow into adjoining lands, results in floods. The floods destroy drainage system in cities, causing sewage to spill out into the water bodies, hence drinking water becoming polluted. And there is danger of large number of people being infected with waterborne diseases such as typhoid and cholera. In coastal region, floods are often caused by cyclones. A cyclone is a severe ocean storms with strong winds and heavy rain. In our country, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal are prone to floods. Next, we will see about the conservation of water. The requirement of water is increasing by the day, mainly due to increase in population. In many places in our country, fresh water source dried out in summer. This creates water shortage. It is important that we use water carefully and not waste it. Some of the way by which water can be conserved are discussion below. That first one, rainwater harvesting. Rainwater is the cleanest source of fresh water. It is mostly flows away into the rivers and then into the seas. A practical solution to store rainwater is rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a process of collecting and storing rainwater for further use. Next, we will see about the benefits of rainwater harvesting. Increases the availability of water, rises water table, prevents soil erosion and flooding. Next, we will see about the check dams. Check dams are structures built to stop rainwater from flowing away. These are small dams or barricades built in the path of natural stream. When rainwater is prevented from flowing away, it collecting in a place and slowly seeps into the ground. The water that seeps into the ground collects in the underground source. It is also supply fresh water to lakes and wells in the region. This increases the availability of water in the region. Okay, cuties, we will meet in the another video. Thank you.